Welcome to Beyond the Spotlight. I'm Patricia. Today we take a quiet moment to reflect on the lives of those remarkable souls who once shined so brightly among us. Their passion, artistry, and spirit touch countless hearts. As we remember them, we celebrate the beauty they shared with the world, a legacy that will forever echo through time. Tom Lehrer, born on April 9, 1928, was an American songwriter, satirist, and mathematician known for combining intellectual depth with musical comedy. With a strong academic background in mathematics, he developed a unique creative voice that blended logic, humor, and musical skill in an original way. Style and artistic approach. As a performer and writer, Tom Lehrer became known for sharp, satirical songs that addressed politics, culture, and everyday absurdities. His work stood out for its clever wordplay and understated delivery, often using simple piano accompaniment to highlight the strength of his lyrics. Career and influence. Lehrer's songs gained a strong following for their wit and originality, influencing generations of comedy writers and musical satirists. Alongside his creative work, he also spent much of his life in academia, teaching mathematics and maintaining a low public profile even as his reputation grew. Legacy. Tom Lehrer passed away at the age of 97. He is remembered for his rare ability to merge intelligence with humor in a way that felt both timeless and distinctive. His songs continue to be widely shared and appreciated, keeping his influence alive across new audiences who continue to discover his work. Terence Stamp, born on July 22, 1938, grew into one of the most distinctive actors of his generation. From the beginning of his career, he stood out for his strong screen presence, expressive eyes, and a voice that carried quiet intensity without effort or exaggeration. Rise in cinema. He first gained major recognition in the 1960s, quickly establishing himself as a serious and versatile talent in British cinema. As his career expanded internationally, he worked across a wide range of films, moving between independent dramas and large-scale productions with ease. His ability to portray layered characters, whether villains, outsiders, or deeply reflective figures, made him a memorable presence on screen. Craft and longevity. What defined Stamp's career most was his consistency. Across decades, he remained active and respected, continuing to evolve as an actor while maintaining a clear artistic identity. Audiences discovered him anew in later roles, while longtime viewers appreciated the depth and maturity he brought with time. Legacy. Terence Stamp passed away at the age of 87, leaving behind a body of work marked by elegance, restraint, and emotional truth. His performances continue to resonate, remembered for their quiet power and lasting impact on cinema. Garry Shandling, who passed away at the age of 66 about 10 years ago, was a comedian and writer known for a style that was understated yet deeply insightful. Rather than relying on loud delivery, he built his humor around observation, timing, and an honest look at human behavior. His work often felt personal, as if it were reflecting everyday thoughts and insecurities back to the audience in a gentle, relatable way. Reinventing television comedy. Shandling played a major role in reshaping modern television through The Larry Sanders Show, which he co-created and starred in. The series offered a behind-the-scenes look at a fictional late-night talk show, blending satire with emotional realism. It explored fame, ego, and vulnerability in a way that was ahead of its time. The show earned critical acclaim, including an Emmy, and is still widely regarded as a landmark in television storytelling. Versatility and later work. Beyond his groundbreaking series, Shandling continued to explore different creative spaces. In later years, he appeared in projects outside of comedy, including roles in larger film productions, showing a surprising range as a performer while maintaining his thoughtful approach to character work. Legacy. Garry Shandling is remembered not only for his humor, but for his ability to reveal deeper truths through comedy. His influence continues to be felt in modern television, where honesty and self-awareness in storytelling are now central elements. This tribute reflects on Chuck Norris, a well-known figure in martial arts and action entertainment. He began his journey as a dedicated martial artist, developing the discipline and focus that later shaped his public image. His early life also included service in the U.S. Air Force, an experience that contributed to the sense of structure and resilience often associated with him throughout his career. Impact on film and television. Chuck Norris rose to global recognition through action films that highlighted his martial arts skills and steady, controlled screen presence. Movies such as The Way of the Dragon and Missing in Action helped define a style of action storytelling that emphasized physical skill and clear heroism. His later success in television, especially with Walker, Texas Ranger, further expanded his reach and made him a familiar figure to audiences for many years. A unique place in popular culture. Beyond traditional entertainment, Norris became a rare example of a performer who also grew into an internet-era cultural symbol. Humorous exaggerations of his strength evolved into widely shared memes, keeping his image present for new generations. This unexpected layer of fame added to his lasting visibility in popular culture. Enduring legacy. Chuck Norris is remembered for his long career in film and television, as well as the cultural impact he continues to hold. His influence spans action cinema, television storytelling, and modern internet humor, leaving behind a legacy that remains widely recognized and referenced today. Dolly Parton's story begins far from the bright lights of fame. In a one-room cabin deep in the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee. Born into a family of 12 children, she grew up in extreme poverty where even basic comforts like electricity, running water, and warm clothing were luxuries they could only dream about. Life was shaped by hardship, but also by love, music, and resilience. Her mother filled their home with songs, and her grandfather's church brought gospel music into her world, planting seeds that would grow into her future. Even as a child, Dolly understood struggle in a deeply personal way, but she also learned how music could turn pain into something beautiful. She started writing songs on scraps of paper, performing on local radio, and by her teenage years, she was already stepping onto professional stages. While poverty surrounded her, it also fueled her determination. She wasn't just dreaming of escape, she was building a path out of it, one song at a time. The journey to Nashville and years of rejection. At just 18 years old, Dolly left home with a small suitcase, a guitar, and a heart full of ambition. She arrived in Nashville believing talent would be enough to open doors, but the reality was far harsher. The city was crowded with hopeful musicians, all chasing the same dream, and most were quickly forgotten. Dolly faced rejection after rejection. Record executives dismissed her voice as too high, her style as too unusual, and her image as too unconventional for country music. She struggled financially, living in tiny apartments and surviving on almost nothing while trying to break into the industry. There were moments when doubt crept in, when the weight of loneliness and poverty felt overwhelming. Yet she never stopped writing, never stopped showing up, and never stopped believing her voice mattered. Even when doors slammed shut, she treated every rejection as part of the journey rather than the end of it, slowly carving out a space where her unique style could eventually be heard and appreciated. Breakthrough and the cost of early fame. Dolly's first real break came when she began working in Nashville's music scene as a songwriter and performer. Her talent eventually caught attention, leading to opportunities that placed her in front of larger audiences. Joining a major television platform alongside established country star Porter Wagoner became her first big leap into national recognition. The exposure brought fame, steady income, and a rapidly growing fan base. However, success came with limitations she hadn't expected. Creative control was restricted, and she often found herself performing material that didn't fully represent her artistic identity. While audiences adored her presence, behind the scenes she struggled with contracts, expectations, and a lack of autonomy over her own work. The experience taught her a difficult lesson. Success in the industry didn't always mean freedom. Even as her name became more recognizable, she realized she would eventually need to fight not just for fame, but for ownership of her voice and her future, breaking free and reclaiming independence. After years of professional tension, Dolly made a life-changing decision to leave her restrictive contract behind. One of the most defining moments of her career came when she wrote and performed "I Will Always Love You" as a farewell to her former mentor and collaborator. It was not just a song, it was a statement of independence, gratitude, and emotional closure. Leaving meant taking a risk, as she had no guaranteed support system or financial security waiting for her. Many in the industry doubted her ability to succeed alone, but Dolly proved them wrong almost immediately. Her music began crossing boundaries between country and pop, reaching wider audiences and establishing her as a powerful solo artist. Songs like Jolene and 9 to 5 became cultural landmarks, showing her ability to turn storytelling into universal emotion. She was no longer defined by others, she was defining herself. Independence didn't just change her career, it transformed her entire identity as an artist and businesswoman. Fame, pressure, and the hidden struggles behind success. As Dolly's fame grew, so did the pressure that came with it. She was constantly working, recording, performing, managing business ventures, and maintaining a public image that millions admired. On the surface, she appeared unstoppable, but behind the scenes, the demands of success took a toll. She faced exhaustion, emotional strain, and the constant fear of losing what she had worked so hard to build. Even her business ventures, including entertainment projects and investments, experienced setbacks along the way. The weight of responsibility became heavier as her empire expanded. Despite financial success, she often felt the emotional distance created by her lifestyle, spending long periods away from home and loved ones. Fame gave her everything she once dreamed of, but it also created a life where stillness was rare and personal peace had to be actively protected. It became clear that success did not erase struggle. It often amplified it in new and unexpected ways. Love, loneliness, and private battles. Dolly's long marriage to Carl Dean remained one of the most private aspects of her life. While she lived in the public eye, he chose complete privacy, staying away from media attention and public events. Their relationship worked in its own unique way, but it also reflected the challenges of balancing fame with personal connection. Dolly often traveled, worked, and performed, while Carl maintained a quiet life outside the spotlight. This separation created emotional distance at times, even as their bond remained strong. Alongside this, Dolly faced deeply personal battles with mental health, including periods of depression and emotional exhaustion. At her lowest points, she experienced overwhelming loneliness despite her fame. However, she found strength in small anchors in life, including loved ones, creativity, and her deep connection to music. These struggles revealed a side of her life that the public rarely saw, a reminder that even global icons can face private pain that success alone cannot fix. Loss, grief, and emotional scars that never fully heal. Throughout her life, Dolly experienced multiple heartbreaking losses, including the deaths of close family members such as siblings, parents, and lifelong friends. Each loss carried deep emotional weight, especially because many of these people were connected to her earliest memories and identity. Her parents, who had shaped her upbringing in poverty, remained central figures in her emotional world, and losing them created a lasting sense of emptiness. The passing of her brothers and close collaborators added further layers of grief. Because of her demanding career, she often couldn't be physically present during these final moments, which added feelings of guilt and sadness. Despite her public image of joy and positivity, Dolly has always acknowledged that grief stays with a person permanently. Instead of hiding it, she channeled it into her songwriting, using music as a way to process emotions that were too heavy for words alone. Her strength was not in avoiding pain, but in continuing forward while carrying it. Building an empire with purpose and generosity beyond music, Dolly built an extraordinary legacy through business and philanthropy. She founded initiatives focused on education, literacy, and community support, most notably a program that provides free books to children to encourage reading from an early age. She also invested heavily in her hometown region, creating jobs and supporting local development through large-scale projects. Her response to disasters and crises has consistently been immediate and personal, offering financial aid and support to families in need without unnecessary barriers. During global challenges, she also contributed significantly to medical research and humanitarian efforts. What sets her apart is not just the scale of her donations, but the intention behind them. Her generosity is rooted in her own experience of poverty, making her deeply aware of what lack feels like. She has always believed that success only matters if it improves the lives of others, and she has consistently acted on that belief throughout her life. A legacy, built on humanity, not just fame. Today, Dolly Parton stands as one of the most respected and beloved figures in the world, but her legacy is not defined solely by awards, records, or financial success. It is defined by resilience, empathy, and the ability to transform hardship into purpose. From a childhood marked by poverty to a career filled with global recognition, her journey reflects both triumph and struggle. She faced rejection, control, loss, and personal battles, yet continued to evolve rather than disappear. Her life demonstrates that success is not a straight path, but a series of challenges that shape character over time. Even now, she continues to work, create, and give back, proving that purpose does not retire. Dolly's story is ultimately about endurance and kindness. The idea that no matter where you begin, you can still build something meaningful that outlives you. Her legacy is not just what she achieved, but what she gave to the world along the way.